Yeah, it is actually.
Is it? Hey, what are you doing?
Playing pretend.
I see some bars going in
We're
here.
just trying to figure out seat location for if these bars are going to work. I'm a tall guy and I don't want to hit my helmet on anything, but it looks like we're going to have plenty clearance.
Well, I think that seat's going to come up a couple inches though when we put some brackets
sure
on it.
will.
But your head is within NHRA range though. I was afraid we were going to have to move that hoop forward, but it's this 4-door's making it deceivingly odd.
Like it looks really far back.
Right. And yet there it is, right up by that bulkhead, which
I think is correct, at least on a Mustang.
It's weird that that door pillar's right there. So these doors on a Fairmont have to be shorter than a Fox body.
Oh, 100%.
Has to be.
Yeah.
I see lots of bars laying around.
I hate roll cages.
I know you don't enjoy this part, do you?
Especially when they're not like Holden tack.
These aren't Holden weld.
Holden tack.
These are not Holden weld. Nope. Here goes Sparky. I think you got to come up a couple inches though.
Yeah, I'm trying to balance on this 4x4.
I know. we got that seat leaning on a 4x4. Yeah, you can come up a couple inches yet. Yeah, careful you don't knock that bar, it'll fall.
If I can be here and have my helmet an inch or two away from that bar, I'm a happy man. You're
gonna be just a hair taller, I think.
Well, I'm sitting up pretty high.
Okay, you stiffened your back.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let me see. Oh yeah. Well, your steering wheel's gonna be up there. Yeah, there you go.
As long as I have a little room.
Yeah. You might be an inch higher than that. Oh, look, your head's to the side. Oh, and I think you're sitting too close to the door. You're good, dude.
Can you get the door for me?
Where you going?
Can you get the door for me? I gotta get these off.
What are those?
Car heads.
Oh, is that a car head shipment?
Yep.
To customers?
Yeah.
Cool.
First big one going out.
All right.
Thank you.
See you in a little while. You need me to get the door?
No, I don't want to sew the interior of my truck. It's really good.
I'm still recording.
Don't look. Don't look in here.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I have kids. That's my excuse.
And he's out here melting metal again.
We're getting there.
Looking good. I like your floor patch.
It works.
And then your roll bar. Oh, great. I got the camera. Now you're going to beat it with a hammer.
I gotta hit it.
Oh, good.
One eternity later.
Form it to the floor. Right, and we figured out the back bars are notched the wrong way. That's the wrong way. I got it 90 degrees off, so I'm re-notching these. So I just started on that one, cut it off, made sure it wasn't gonna make it too short. We're good. I'm gonna keep notching. I gotta straighten that out, cut that one off, and then re-notch both of these this direction. And the back bars should be pretty much close to length, correct length. We'll be able to set the back bars in the hoop.
All right, another little Fairmont update while we are starting the roll cage. I don't know what Dad has or hasn't filmed, but we got all 4 of the main plates in. I had to patch that side. We used some 16 gauge and welded up where all that rust was, and I cut out the cowl. Got the brake bracket, steering column bracket removed, so I'll trim that up. Probably save a couple pounds out of there. We already, the way I kind of looked at it, is we already had to patch the holes that are up under here for the heater core and stuff to not let fire and stuff into the cab. So I went ahead and cut all that out, and then we'll plate all this here. I should I need to clean this up yet. I'm tired. I don't want to dig no more, Dad. I'm tired. Yeah, I don't want to cut no more, but this thing's gonna be light. It's gonna be a pretty race car, but it's gonna be a riot. And we're gonna go fast for cheap and some cutoff wheels. All right, see ya.
Yep, by a mile.
Oh, good.
Oh, I'm tired. Oh,
You're hooked. We're making progress.
we are. That's got to have about 1.5 inches cut off of it.
Okay, great. I'll let you mark it because I'm not good at that. I redeemed myself on this one.
Yeah, needs a little more than that, but yeah, it's looking good.
The last one we had to take material off like 12 times. Literally.
I think conservatively
This
12
one?
times.
We notched it and it was perfect. So we're cleaning it up now.
Got the right angle to the
redeemed
dangle.
myself.
Man, we got a mess. This is fun.
That's fabricating for you.
Is that what we call what we do?
Yeah. We're fabricators.
I know we have a terrible mess in here right now, but it's all looking good. Getting it all tacked in. We'll come back and weld it all in later once we get everything kind of where we want it. It's looking good. Definitely a little different than what I'm used to with Chevelles and Camaros, but typical subfloor car. We did not put in the floor subframe connectors, so we're just plating it. But yeah, it's coming along. All right, see if this halo fits.
You're not recording the whole time?
No, I am now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the whole time you weren't.
No,
Yeah.
I thought I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just using cardboard here.
Yep,
I
cardboard template.
cut some off, cut a little bit too much, so now I can say, okay, well, I need another inch down there, and then this should fit pretty good right there. I just have to, yeah, I like that, honestly, right there.
I do too.
I just got to extend that plate a couple inches back.
Wish that was a little longer there,
Yeah.
because then you could push that bar forward.
Hey, what are you looking for?
My glasses. No, you're supposed to find my glasses, not a camera.
Where'd
to
you
embarrass me?
Where'd you put your glasses,
I don't
Dad?
know. I put them somewhere safe.
Yeah. That always seems to be a problem.
Every time I put something somewhere safe, I can't find it.
Well, Brandon started on a different project because Dad had to get out of here early today to go watch your cousin's basketball game. So I decided, rather than work on the cage, because I'm new and I don't trust my copes and stuff, so I want an extra set of eyes. I want Dad. But tomorrow, Tig Stig will be here, and he's gonna MIG stig a lot of this cage together. So we'll make really big progress tomorrow. So I was like, well, I might as well try and get these subframe connectors in. These are bolt-on subframe connectors we bought used off of a Fox body. So I knew they wouldn't fit perfect, but I don't know. I don't really get this. Let me show you. So I have huge, so I had to cut down that bracket. My assumption is that a Fox would sit against this, but this is like 4 or 5 inches longer. So now it sits up there rather than back here like it would on a Mustang. So I cut them brackets in half so it could fit sliding up there, which allowed me to hit these seatbelt bolts here, but they are really hanging up, not going higher, and I have huge gappage here. So I'm not 100% sure what to do here. I'm really tempted to just get rid of this guy here, cut that off, and that should allow it to at least get up until it hits the floor, which would make it a whole heck of a lot closer. But I'm not sure what to do here. I'll let you know what I end up. All right, a couple YouTube videos later, I figured out why it's fitting like this. So, this is supposed to be here. Look at how much lower that is. So that's that inch. That should sit flush. That should sit where it is. And then this should be down here rather than up there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these off here. I'm gonna clean all this up, and I'm gonna use some extra cage plate, 1/8 inch cage plate I have, and I'm gonna plate this on both sides with that little gap there. And then that should sit flush, and I'll weld that up. I need to find nuts for this, but obviously that's at least located. And then when we do our cage through the floor here, we'll sit these laterals on this guy here. So it's all tied in. Nice, all right, I'm figuring it out. Okay, just a little bit extra work. Off of there, all cleaned up, so now I can go ahead. I will have to make some plate out of extra cage plate. Making do with what we got here. I'm flush with those. I can't get any closer without cutting them off. I don't know how other cars are getting flush with that there. And then here's my plate. I should have taken that corner off because that's not necessary. I'm gonna have to come in here with the grinder once I get welded up. I'll just make that a little nicer, put a 45 on it or something. So I definitely wish there was a little bit more meat. Like I wish that bar was an inch or two longer. So I might come back later and like box that in. Yeah, we'll see what Dad and Dan think of this. All right, the connector plates got Dad and Dan's approval, so I'm gonna do the other side. You guys still there? All right, I'm calling it a night. I will show you. See, you saw me get the first one in. I got the second one tacked in on the studs. And then same deal, just plated. And I do think I'm gonna box this in at least to here, and then we'll see how it does, if I need to close it in or not. Because I wish I had, you know, I wish that bar was here rather than here. Wish it came to here. Wish it was an inch and a half longer. But I think that'll weld, especially when we get, ooh, that's hot. Especially when we get Dan the MIG man in here and finish these all up tomorrow for me. And you'll see that right now.
What you doing, Brandon?
We're sneaking up on this pillar bar.
How'd you figure out that angle?
Paper towel.
Ah, look at that trick.
And guess what that fits right over? This
Perfect.
Inch and what is these? 5/8?
Yeah, inch and 5/8.
Slipped right over it, and we were able to just trace it. So
See, I think a little more.
now we're sneaking up on the length.
Yep.
I think our angle's a little off, though. We'll see, though.
No, well, you got to get it forward.
Yeah.
So, and forward means you got to cut that down a little bit to get it onto the plate.
Another 1/2 inch.
Yep. Your paper towel's on fire. That paper towel's on fire.
We're fine.
Did it go out?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we shouldn't be chop sawing right next to paper towel, huh? That would be a fun video. Here.
I've cleaned it up a couple times.
It just keeps happening, huh? What
like,
the heck?
It's like we're fabricating.
What the heck? Well, we're fabricating.
Yeah.
I like it, man. It's getting close. So you sneak up on it. Hi, Tig Stig.
He's the mix.
Good to see ya. Oh, he's the MIG Stig today.
Yeah.
MIG Stig. We're just going to MIG this one in because Brandon has plans of putting a 25-3 or 25-2 in it later.
What do you think of doing a cage without a full interior?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
We normally do it opposite. We normally do the cage last, after the car's together and after the whole interior's in.
Yeah, it's a lot better. What you doing, MIG Stig?
Oh, you know, yoga.
Who says guys don't have yoga?
Need a welding shirt that says now this is yoga. And have like Dan in some weird welding pose.
Yeah.
On the other one,
Dash bar. Nice.
look at where it ended up.
Beautiful. Love it.
It was 0.
Love it.
All right.
It's all looking good.
You guys ready for food?
Sure.
Harness bars in. Back bars woven in to the shock cross member for the coilovers. Hoops set and in. All the pads are done. Pillar bars, dash bar. Golden. Now we got to do laterals. We're going to cut a hole in the floor here and go to the subframe connectors that are right there. Run the laterals down. Done. Beautiful.
Gas is off. Gas is off.
Nice job, boys. Let's go eat lunch.
Yep. Well, we got back from lunch and we've been cracking along here. We got both the laterals fit. I'll show you how we're doing that. So cut a little square out of the floor. Both the laterals are going to go to the subframe connectors. And then I'll patch that back in and seam seal it back up. Dan, looks like Dan's got all the front welding complete. Nice. And the back. So now it's just harness bar and then the 2 laterals. And then the only thing we have left is the door bars. Crazy. we are making fantastic progress today. We got the MIG stick going to town. Dad and I are fitting while he's welding behind us. It's going super well. So, what do you think, Dad?
Coming together.
Leftovers is about caged.
Then hole saw, baby. They get harder to crawl in and out once door bars go in.
Yeah. Just putting this one in was.
Harness bar gets in the way.
Yeah.
Door bars get in the way. But when you put the door bars where you're supposed to, so you leave enough room for a rocker bar, then they get more difficult to get in and out of. It's all right, it's coming along. Hey! Done yet? Burn your hand?
Yeah.
A little hot. You got it?
We'll see.
Hope so.
1/8 inch out of both, Brandon. Top and bottom.
It's hitting here.
So close, man. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Just needs more top and bottom out of that.
Yeah.
Where the driver's foot is. Equal amounts, huh? The last bar is always the most difficult one, you know that? The last rear bar is the most difficult, and the last door bar is the most difficult, because you want them to match. But it's getting there. Nice. Nice for a MIG job. The MIG Stig. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, there he is. He's way down there. It's the 28th time.
Hold your elevation.
I bet you it's still too long.
Marker.
I take it we nailed it.
Nailed it.
All right.
Eh. Good enough.
I mean, Good
I'm
enough.
glad we didn't take that extra 3/16 off.
It's perfect. It's exactly the passenger side. Matches.
Yeah, you missed that one.
Matches to a T. What?
We only had to take like an extra 1.5 inches off of your initial cut.
It wasn't 1.5 inches, but it was a considerable amount.
Yeah, you hit that
2
one
quarters and a
about
half.
About as well as I hit that pillar bar. There, and then the subframe connectors.
Forgot about. I think you get to do the subframe
I'll do
connectors
the subframe connectors.
Monday.
Can someone open this door so I don't blow the window out?
Yeah. Out, down, out,
Now he's underneath.
And you could almost do that
Welding up
here, too.
subframe connectors.
Out, down, out, down, out, down.
Try that spot.
Yeah, a little spicy.
Yeah.
So right here is where you started holding the tops a little more,
Uh-huh.
and then it started flattening
Look
out.
how much it
Yeah.
flattened out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Looks good.
So actually get further, like, I'm getting further away from what I'm trying to weld.
Yeah. If it's
I guess it's
sheet
given
metal,
that, but it's given that point a place to,
More to grab.
Yes.
well, not just more to grab, but also that middle to cool down.
Right, right.
See, I never
Well, right now you're trying
realized
to let that bottom cool off. So you just break down that front bottom edge that's on this side,
Uh-huh.
and then you go back up and let that fill in and tie into the top.
Woo! Holy cow, that was a split, splattery, dirty, burn my arm mess there on the bottom of this thing. But subframe connectors are all the way welded in, tied into the laterals, plated with 1/8" cage plate, burned in all the way. There we go. And the cage is in. I don't know how much Dad showed you. I'll lower the car, show you guys. Heck yeah. Cage works. That'll do it for this episode of DadRod Garage. If you like what you see, and maybe you learned something, maybe you enjoyed yourself, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, leaving a comment. We respond to as many as we possibly can, usually all of them. Hit that subscribe button. I think currently we still have a 25% off sale going on car heads and all our merch. So if you want to get some of that, now's a great time to do it. Big things coming. We can't wait to make some more announcements and for these next videos to come out. Project Leftovers, whew, she's coming along. She's coming along quick. I can't believe how fast we were able to throw this cage in here, not for this car, and how well it worked, considering it had been sitting in an abandoned project for years. And we were able to slap this thing together, and man, it went together quick. It went together well. Project Fairmont, Project Leftovers is gonna be light. It's gonna be fast, baby. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to push for some records with it eventually. But I honestly think we can go 7s for like 11 grand, maybe 10. We're gonna do some budget breakdown videos once we get this thing closer to completion, or we actually go 10s or actually go 9s with it. I think it's gonna go 9s first time out. It's got to. This thing's gonna be so freaking light. But anyways, I'm rambling. Have a great day. Love your family. Stay strong out there, dads.